Hey everyone, welcome back to Makeup by Mama G. Today we are going to be doing a Christmas look inspired by the beautiful Allie, also known as Queen Bee Makeup, using Bitch Slap Cosmetics. If you don't know who Allie is, this is Allie. Can you guys see her? That's Allie. And I was totally inspired by her Christmas look. I was so bummed that I missed it on Blog TV, so I asked her if I could actually recreate it. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think I look like her? Does it look like it? I had so much fun doing this. And you know, I love me some Bitch Slap Cosmetics. So, stay tuned for the tutorial, guys, and let's get started. Alright, everyone, so I already filled in my brows with Bitch Slap's Brunette Brow Quad. I used the dark side right here, and I used the wax to set my brows in place. After that, I applied my base, and I used Bitch Slap's Light Concealer. If you guys are not using a base with your eyeshadows, you guys might want to consider using it, because when you use an eyeshadow base, not only does it make your eyeshadow last all day long, but it prevents your eyeshadow from creasing, it prevents it from fading, and when you use a lighter kind of base, like a concealer like this, it'll make the colors pop. So if you're not using a base, start using one, grab your concealer, and start applying that before putting on your eyeshadow. So I got my base on. The first thing I'm going to pick up is F You Bitch Pigment. I already have some inside the lid. And then I'm going to take some MAC Fix Plus. I'm just going to apply about 2 little squirts with an eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to mix it up till it becomes kind of like a paste. I want it to get a little thick. This little method right here, when you apply loose eyeshadows like this, it's called foiling, for those of you who don't know. And when you apply your loose eyeshadows wet, the color is going to be more pigmented and more vibrant. So if you have eyeshadows that are looking a little dull and you want to brighten them up, just apply it wet. You can use water, you can use Visine, you know, eye drops. You can get mixing medium like MAC Fix Plus at MAC. Afterglow has a good one. And then what I'm going to do is just apply this to the inner half. So I'm going to bring it to the tear duct. Sorry if I keep looking towards that way, but my mirror is over there, guys. And then I'm just going to take it about halfway. Start shaping your eyeshadow right here. I'm going to bring it just above my crease. Just going to make sure it's all blended out evenly, everyone. So now that I am done applying that, I'm going to take a round dome brush. And the reason why I like these kind of brushes is because it's really easy to blend out any harsh edges. I'm just going to take the edges and start blending them out. You want to do this when it's still kind of wet. It's just easier to blend out when it's still wet. And all I'm doing is just rubbing it with the tip of my brush, using up and down, left and right motions to get those edges blended out. So once this top and the tear duct area is blended out, I'm also going to blend out this edge right here where we stopped the color. It's a little past the pupil. So I'm just going to use left and right motions, and I'm just blending that out. So now that I'm done blending that out, I'm just going to take some of the pigment dry. I'm just going to use an eyeshadow brush, tap off the excess. I'm just going to pat this on top of the wet eyeshadow. It's already dry now, but this is just going to seal it in there. It's also going to make the gold a lot more vibrant. If you guys have not tried this gold from Bitch Slap, you guys need to, because this is such a pretty gold, and it's so light on the eyes. These pigments are super, super, super light. You can't even feel them on you, and they're super pigmented, as you can see. And then I'm just going to blend out the edges You want to make sure that you always blend, guys. So now I'm going to take the Crazy Bitch paint wheel with another eyeshadow brush, a different one. I'm going to pick up that bright red. And then starting at the outer V, I'm going to start shaping the outer V right here with an eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to start blending this color into that gold. Now I know these colors look very vibrant, you guys, and I know I get a lot of messages in my inbox that a lot of you are scared to try these out because it's too bold. You guys can totally tone down these eyeshadows. The only reason why it looks super bright on me right now is because I'm just packing it on. It really does not have to be this bright if you guys don't like color being this bright on yourselves. So always do it to your liking, but you guys can totally tone down these paint wheels. I love these paint wheels. Now as I start getting closer to that gold, I'm going to switch brushes. I want a smaller brush. I like that brush because it defines the outer V for me. So as I get closer, I want to start blending the red into the gold. And all I'm doing is just using little sweeping motions. I'm dragging the red into the gold, as you guys can see. And so I also want to drag this up a little. I want it to fade as it moves up towards my brow bone. So I'm going to go lighter on the shadow as I move up the brow bone. You guys could probably hear my dog, huh? That's my father-in-law's dog. Lightly I'm going to just add it. You guys want to start off little and then keep adding along the way. You don't want to add too much because then it's going to be harder to blend out. Now with a blending brush, I'm going to pick some up. Remember, I want to keep this light. And then I'm just going to take it lightly across my crease. Just using windshield wiper motions. See how light the red is? It doesn't have to be super bright. I'm just lightly using windshield wiper motions left and right. So once I'm done with that, I kind of want the red to be more metallic-y, I want to say. So I'm going to take the Stingy Bitch pigment, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous metallic red. I don't know if you guys can see this. Isn't it pretty? So I'm going to take whatever's in the lid. Just going to use an eyeshadow brush. I'm going to apply this right on top of that red that I put on earlier. So it's just going to give this metallic glow to it. It goes really well with the other pigment, the gold one. If you guys are wondering why I put down the red eyeshadow first and then this, I did it so this would be more bolder and brighter. So I'm just going to start feathering it upwards towards the brow bone so it fades. Just lightly dragging it upwards. Still defining that edge. And then I'm going to blend it into the gold, just sweeping it into the gold. Just doing it lightly. With the blending brush, I'm going to pick some more up, bring it along the crease. Remember, you want to keep this part light. So I'm just going to blend it upwards. So then with the dome brush, another dome brush, I'm going to pick up the beige from the Crazy Bitch paint wheel. And I'm just going to apply that as a highlight. It's a really just nude color. Totally goes with my concealer. And I'm just going to blend that downwards into that metallic red that we have. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to take the new Keep Hatin' Bitch by Alex paint wheel. Has this gorgeous, gorgeous dark sparkly red in there. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm actually going to use the liner side of one of my brushes. So I'm going to pick some up, I'm going to start on my outer V right here. Define it. Drag it in. You guys don't have to use a liner brush. I personally like using a liner brush on the outer V because it just gives me that definition, that shape that I want. So after I make that line, all I do is use the other side and then I start blending the rest in. So I'm going to take this up to the brow bone. See that V? There's the V. And I'm just going to drag that color in and over. Okay, so now that I'm done blending all that out, I'm going to take my NYX eyeliner in Emerald City. It's a really pretty green. I'm just going to line my waterline. I'm also going to line my bottom lash line with this because it's going to act as a base for the color that we're going to put down on our bottom lash line. So now that I'm done lining my eye with the pencil, I'm going to take Nosey Beige Pigment, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous matte green. Just taking a liner brush, and I'm just going to go right over that liner. This is a really, really gorgeous matte green for those of you who are looking for the perfect matte green for your Christmas look. This is an awesome, awesome one. And for those of you who have not tried these pigments yet, you need to. What are you waiting for? So now I'm just going to take a liner brush and I'm going to line or tight line my upper rim with L'Oreal Hip Cream Liner in black. Just going to look up and line. Again, this is a lot easier when you guys have a good brush. I know I get a lot of people asking me what brush this is. It's a NYX liner brush from their original brush collection with the black handles and not the gray ones. I'm just going to continue lining the rim. And then I'm just going to line my top lash line. I'm going to have to look in the mirror. Sorry, guys. So after I'm done lining my eyes, I'm just going to take my eyelash curler, curl the eyelashes, and then apply my mascara. So now that I'm done with the lashes, I'm actually going to put some falsies on. I'm going to take these, what are these? NYX 132 lashes. They're really, really cute. They crisscross. Hope you guys can see that. So I'm going to apply those and I'll be right back. So while my lashes are drying, I don't know if you guys can see, but the glue is still wet. And I do want to touch up the liner with the liquid liner, but I got to wait till the glue is dry. So until then, I already applied my concealer on my foundation. I'm going to now contour with Bitch Slaps Zebra Bronzer. Isn't that pretty? So I personally like mixing the three top colors together to get my contour color. So I'm just going to pick up around that area with my blush brush. Then I'm going to do the fishy face. And all I'm doing is dabbing it along right underneath my cheekbone. Just going to pick up a little bit more. Blend it out. I'm also going to apply it to my temples. As well as my forehead, and I'm going to do the other side really quickly. I'm also going to get the jawline. Can't forget the jawline. And then with the contour brush, I'm just going to do the same thing and contour my nose. I'm going to start next to the brow and just blend it down to the nostril. This is just going to give my nose more definition. When you contour your nose like this, it's going to make your nose look slimmer. So for blush, I'm just going to use NYX's Champagne Mosaic Blush. I'm just going to take a fluffy blush brush. I'm going to mix all of the colors together, swipe it around on the top of the lid, smile, and then blend. So for the lips, I'm going to take NYX lip liner in Plush Red. Now I know Allie did more of a nude lip, but I want to go with red lips, so I'm going to line. And then I'm going to take LimeWire lip gloss from Cosmetics. It's a pretty bright red lip gloss, you guys. It's so pretty. And I'm going to apply that all over. Do the same for the top. And just to put a little bit of gold to stick with the theme, I'm going to take Supernova lip gloss from Cosmetics, and I'm going to apply that into the center of the lips. And then just to seal the lips in, I'm just going to take my concealer with the concealer brush and just lightly go around the lips, blend it out. So after the glue dried, I touched up my eyeliner with Maybelline's waterproof liquid eyeliner in black. So here is the final look, everyone. I hope you guys liked it. Allie, thanks for the inspiration, girl. And here are the pictures.